Hello, everybody. Move this further away. There we go. How's everyone doing today? We have a wonderful battle starting up here between Valparaiso and Stony Brook University. This is I believe, relatively new team. At the very least, we haven't been able to. Not too much is known about them, so it'll be rather interesting to see what happens today. I'm, for the time being, I guess no reason that did not help in the slightest. Let me push this over. There we go. There we go. Look at that. But yes, so it seems like right now we are choosing the stages right now, so we'll see how that goes and keep on working from there. Sometimes this is very quick, sometimes this takes a while. We will figure that out. So, in the meantime, how's everyone been doing? It's nice to see currently all that's current. This is the current information, right? Gotcha. Oh, so we have 8 viewers right now? Oh, cool. That's awesome. Hey, glad to see so many people out there. That's super sweet.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry, what? Oh, gotcha. Technical difficulties on the other team means we are holding off our start a little bit here. Hopefully they'll be able to get fixed relatively soon and we'll be able to get right back into it. So, hey, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Well, while I will not be playing today, I'll still be very much enjoying the commentary. We have a bunch of wonderful people who are all going to be absolutely rocking the game today. So I will do my best from here to keep up on commentary while they do their best to keep up on stocks. So this should be pretty fun here, and we're gonna keep it staying on me for now until we get going. Don't accidentally, I guess, let the other team, if they happen to be watching, get that little advantage there, but I doubt that's gonna be too much of a problem. We'll see. Yeah, here. Hop on in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Henry, the graduate assistant, joining Josh on the broadcast. So yeah, just heard from the other team. A little bit of delay, but hopefully it won't be too long.
Nice.
So from what I've heard, this team's pretty solid. As last week we kind of had a pretty easy, handily victory. So this week it'll be exciting having a pretty competitive game from what it looks like. So what are your thoughts?
So, with the little bit that we saw before, we weren't able to get a lot of information. We always like looking up like little basic things about different teams and stuff like that. And the only thing we really saw in particular was just that they have a couple players that go to majors, which is really fun. Hoping to do that ourselves sometime soon.
Yeah. I go to majors. That doesn't necessarily mean you're good, but if they're winning games at majors, then that's when you start getting scared. But the fact that someone's like, I guess, committed and dedicated enough to travel and pay all the money for entering, hotel, like that means something for sure.
Without a doubt.
That's what separates the players in your dorm room from the people who are out here for sure. But yeah, some of these majors are picking up like collegiate crews and stuff. So I think in the future, like we're gonna be looking to travel, as long as we can figure it out in the budget. So I know Riptide was kind of the first tournament major this year that had collegiate crews. So I'm really excited to see the future of that for sure.
Yes, definitely. We've seen a lot of them. With collegiates collegiates have been getting bigger. The hope is that come February, I believe, February, that Indiana is going to have its first major in many years. So that hopefully will be one of the closer majors that we'll have in our area. Because despite the size of it, I don't think Chicago has all that many majors outside of maybe once or twice a year, if that.
A lot of big regionals, a ton of weeklies all around. We have a ton of weeklies by us within an hour. But no real majors in the area. Our closest one is probably in Sandusky. We got Riptide / Smash and Splash, what it used to be called. Big House in Michigan, which is in Detroit now. And I guess Smash Cons in Virginia. But, I mean, all of those are hikes, though. And, like, just the entrance fee is, like, $100. So, I mean, you really got to really want to go to be able to commit to that.
It's an investment to be sure.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Go Josh in the chat.
Yes.
Oh, you
yes,
saw that?
indeed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hey, go Josh.
Jam X6. I do believe that means it is somewhat in my family.
Oh, hype.
Ah, yes, very much so.
Um,
We're
so,
up to 9 viewers. Awesome.
oh wow. Just on our little Henry and Josh podcast,
Yes.
we should bring back the Beacon Breakdown.
I'm always down.
You trying to be my first guest?
Gladly.
I don't know. We're kind of busy, but we'll see. I mean, it's fun just sitting here and talking. As they still have not joined the arena, but they're in communication with our team, so hopefully it won't be too long.
Yeah. Hopefully, if they find out that it'll be a little while before they start, they'll actually let us know and not just continue to.
Yeah, hopefully it won't just sit here for hours. we don't even play them.
Oh god,
I'm just gonna switch the title to Beacon Breakdown. But our NECC team, our academy team for Smash, is 1-0 in the NECC, so that's really exciting. And our GLEC team, which you're the captain of, which is our varsity team, is 4-1. Suffered our first loss to Bethel this past weekend. If you guys tuned in, we had Dan, their director, on the stream along with me, and then had some like post-game player interviews. But just talk about that experience, playing in person. That was the first ever in-person kind of event we've hosted at Valpo.
Yes.
I know there was a factor of reasons with COVID and the ability to with our space, but it's our first time ever doing it, so yeah.
Yes, it is very exciting. I hope the volume's a little better now. I moved the mic a little closer. I saw that. Thank you for letting me know. Being able to do in-person tournaments, I mean, for almost any video game or anything like that, any game in general, being in person is usually going to be much nicer than being online. The game happens much faster. You don't need to worry about internet dropping out, any other problems that could possibly happen. And in general, you're just going to have a much more smooth and more fun experience, and especially with the team. Thank you for the heads up telling us that the volume is better. Appreciated. But yeah, so it's very nice to have that, and especially with a team that is as friendly as Bethel is. It was really nice to have them over, and even though we lost, it was still a really nice experience. And like I said, despite losing, it was still probably one of the most helpful experiences we've had for our competitions yet, which is very nice. And while it still may be a ways away from happening, I think being able to use this as like a starting point to hopefully branch into more in-person stuff, whether it be for GLEC, whether it be for actually hosting brackets and stuff like that. Obviously, all very hypothetical, all very far in the future, but I'll keep my fingers crossed for it. Out of curiosity, could someone in the comments answer if they're hearing an echo on my mic? I'm hearing one myself, so I just want to double check that you're not all getting an echo as well.
You might be picking up my mic. Let me fix that.
Oh, we'll see.
Let me see which one's mine. Okay, I got it.
I say we'll see. Perhaps it's just coming in through my earbuds, so it might not actually be a problem that they're hearing as well. I just figured we'd double check.
Yeah, I always take an ear off because it messes me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Smash is one of the games that really has the biggest effect online with like the lag, where a lot of the other games we play, you don't really feel it as much. But so I played online a lot over the summer, and then I've pretty much only been exclusively playing in person every once in a while when I hop on with you guys. I played online today and like did not realize how big of a difference it was until today, and I was like, oh, this is not fun.
It is quite a difference, to be sure. There is no doubt about that. The way that the online game, the way that this game is built to be online, just means that it's going to be a generally more laggy and slower experience online than what you'll see with a lot of other games. It's an unfortunate side effect of the game itself, but it's how it is, and there's not too much you can really do about it.
I've been seeing that like delay mod.
Thank you again for the no echoes.
Awesome. Always appreciate the updates on the stream, so
Yes.
thank you. So I've seen that delay mod get used in some online tournaments like Coinbox. Not super familiar with that, but I wonder if that's something that like might get implemented.
It's possible. I think in collegiate tournaments it might be a little less likely.
Just because you have to actually mod your Switch.
Yeah, and the moment people start en massing modding their Switch, especially something with bigger organizations like universities. That could be where, because we've seen in the past where even small mods have been targeted by different companies, especially at the collegiate level. So
Yeah.
trying to avoid that is probably better and all. So we'll have to see if they're able to enable it and there's no problems, then that would probably be great.
Yeah, being a part of the Melee scene, I mean, we have rollback now for online, and we've notoriously modded like our games for like rule sets at pretty much every major tournament. We've like have frozen Pokemon Stadium, so there's no transformation, stuff like that. But we have seen a lot of backlash from specific companies. So,
Yeah.
but curious if that'll ever happen. But
It's certainly something that we'll have to keep an eye out for, see if it happens or not. So we'll see. It's very possible it will, very possible it won't.
yeah, and maybe down the line when there's next Smash game online, will just be better, hopefully.
That raises the question of if there will be another Smash game. I've heard tons of people say yes, and I've heard a ton of people say no. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, because I think it'll sell a lot of copies. I think it'll be a while until we get a new console. Maybe I don't think we'll get a new Nintendo console for a while. So I mean, I'm thinking like 3 years minimum, probably.
3 years minimum. I've heard some rumors about Switch 2 coming out in 24. Any thoughts on that? They're saying summer of 24. I heard. Nothing super reliable, just
Okay.
random internet pages, stuff like that. So
I was gonna ask if that was like on the Direct.
no.
Yeah,
no.
Nintendo just had a, what do they call it? Nintendo Direct, where they announce
Yeah.
everything for the year. So no new major stuff for us, at least.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what was some of the stuff that was on that Direct? I haven't actually seen it myself.
Don't know. That's why I asked. All I know is
Fair
there was
enough.
no big Smash news because I didn't hear anything.
That's true. That's true. We would have heard something if it was something
Yeah,
here.
I was scrolling around on Twitter or something. I
Yeah. Let's see. Any particularly exciting news happening around Valpo itself that you can think of?
don't know. Valpo as a university?
Yeah.
Honestly, gotta put me on the spot because I've been, at meetings all day where we've been talking about events. I know we got like a Break the Stigma coming up for some mental health awareness, so that's always good to see.
Nice. Extremely good to see.
Yeah. We have BCon coming up. It's like a Comic-Con thing. So like I think it's mid to late October. We got like a D&D campaign thing at BB's on Monday. Tuesday we're partnering. The esports team is partnering with like our campus events, hosting like a Bring Your Own Switch, play some Smash, Mario Kart, stuff like that, which will be hosted in the Union outside of the facility. Then there's like a Comic-Con where I think we're inviting in like local shops to bring people to bring their collections. So I know a couple of our guys have like Pokemon collections that they're bringing and setting up a table.
That's really cool.
So it's kind of this whole week that's targeting this like gamer, geek, nerd population.
Yes.
It was originally called Geek Week, and I was like, and you know what's funny too is I was the first person to be reached out to for an event. When we brought up this event ideas, and I was like, awesome. I don't know if I should be offended or excited, but I know I'm excited.
Yeah. They know we are the gamer basement dwellers here in the Union,
Yeah.
so they decided to reach out to us first, I guess. But you know what? If it means we got the name switched off of Geek Week to what it currently is, I consider that to BCon, which
So
I think
we're
that
the
is
beacons. If you didn't know that,
we have a new follower. Oh, I know that person. That is my brother, actually.
Oh wow! Hi, Josh, brother.
Yes.
Do you have a tall family? Is he tall?
So he is actually he's decently tall. I think he's around 6 feet roughly, give or take a little bit. If anyone wants to correct me, feel more than free in chat, and we'll get that on there. I think he's around 6 feet tall.
Bro, we have been going up in viewers. So I mean.
Exactly. So we're doing something. Look at up to 14 already.
Dude, yeah, we got to start a podcast.
Oh yeah, no, we'll start rolling in the views. We'll be great.
Yeah. Then we can maybe, have the budget pick up for traveling to some of these tournaments.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah, comment in
I
the
am
chat
down
if you want to see
do it.
Josh and I start a podcast.
I
All
am
funding will go to Valpo
so
Esports.
down. That would be so great.
I guess. Oh, by the way, for the game update, haven't heard anything from anyone on the team. But the arena did get shut down due to lack of activity, and we have just opened up a new arena. The other team has still not entered, but we are still planning on playing the game at some point tonight. I wonder how long it's been.
Certainly the hope.
Only 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
20 minutes.
Crazy.
That's kind of unfortunately somewhat typical as we start late for some of these games.
Yeah, we've seen up to like 30 minutes in the past, so it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so So we were talking about this week, correct? The Beacon.
Beacon, yeah.
Do we have a rough idea for a date yet to look forward to? Because I think that would be fun not only for people here at Valpo, but also for people in the community. Because, for example, my brother, he's a big comic book person. So if we're going to have a lot of comic book stuff, that might be something that he might be interested in, despite not going to Valpo.
I'm curious if it's like a public event or not.
We'll be able to figure that out.
So I will be in touch with Josh's brother for sure. October 22nd to 27th.
Mark it on the calendars.
The 22nd on Sunday, we have bingo night.
Ooh, always fun.
With Harry Potter wand prizes, Star Wars lightsaber, and Legos. Wow. So Monday.
Those are some heck of prizes right there.
Yeah, the tabletop game night, like I've talked about, Dungeons and Dragons doing a campaign night.
If you need anybody to help out with that, I've DM'd a couple of campaigns
and
I'm gladly down to do it.
Yeah.
So.
I've already had people volunteering, telling me that they want to get involved.
The amount of people that have been volunteering has been absolutely great. Like, in the general geek nerd culture and stuff like that has been expanding. We've been seeing so many new people, and so just trying to make sure it's like as friendly to everyone as possible is, I think, so important. And just seeing that rise has been so nice.
It's nice to see that the university's also kind of targeting this demographic, because we have all these opportunities for getting outside, doing sports, all this stuff, which is terrific. But people who may have different interests or hobbies, it's nice to, see that we're doing this. So shout out to Molly at Valpo for setting this whole thing up. Wednesday, we have a book talk and an expo featuring local vendors, including The Press,
awesome.
Galactic Greg's, and the Sports Card Shop.
Those are some decent names coming. That's really exciting to see them all joining in for this.
Pop culture themed trivia, also with prizes. Ooh. And I did not see this one when I saw the flyer. Friday, from 7 to 10 p.m. on the West Lawn, Escape Room.
Oh, that's so
I'm a huge fan of escape rooms.
Oh my god, that's awesome! Holy crap! All of this going on campus in 1 week. That is absolutely amazing. Holy cow.
Yeah, so I guess transitioning to Valpo esports events. Game, still waiting on the game. They haven't entered the lobby. Just assume that until you hear anything. So last week we had a packed week. We had our picture day, got our headshots. We had marketing come in, take some pictures. And then Wednesday, Josh, myself, and Chris, who's not here right now, traveled to Lurie's Children's Hospital in Chicago, did a volunteer event, had the chance to play Smash Bros. The team joined.
We actually have the team in there. That is a good start. That means we'll probably be starting soon here. And on top of that, it looks like we have $500 on Mr. Goldshroom to win his matches. So we will have to see how that goes. I'm going to be hoping for your sake, Heisenberg. So if he loses that $500, Jesse's not getting paid. So it's rather important that he wins.
Yeah. So anyways, we got to go to the Chicago Children's Hospital, play Smash and Mario Kart with kids. Everyone had a phenomenal time. And then Saturday, like we've already talked about, we hosted Bethel. So it was a big week. As far as what we're planning in the future, the big thing is kind of our in-person playoffs in Columbus. Oh, they must have been picking up on my mic.
Yeah. Here we go. I'll
Yeah,
do
we're
the
good.
gamer lead off to the side here. Hopefully it'll be a little better now. I'll bring the mic a little closer. I don't know why I brought it further away, because if I bring it a little closer, then hopefully that means I won't have to talk as loudly. And so, I won't be picking, my big mouth won't be getting picked up on that mic over there. So hopefully that'll be better. I really appreciate all the updates here now.
So yeah, we're kind of just planning the logistics for in-person playoffs in Columbus for our Great Lakes Esports Conference, which our Smash team competes in, and then also our League of Legends team, which both teams are in position to qualify right now, but it's always tough to like plan hotels and traveling when you're not even sure if you've qualified yet.
Yeah. And how many teams make it into the final competition?
So top 8 teams out of 24 total schools in the conference. So if you're making it there, you're already a top like 3rd in the conference. So it's impressive just to make it. Not to mention, we're really going to be competing and trying to do well while we're there. As for right now, I'm going to assume I don't know. It's tough because like logistically we have to plan and assume that we're going to go, but I don't want to like say that and everyone get excited and everything, because we still got to focus and finish out the season strong.
Definitely. We cannot get overconfident. That is a killer.
Especially for seeding purposes too. And
what is the song choice?
I have no idea. I don't think they can. Oh, looks like we're almost starting.
Is the echoing better now, out of curiosity? We tried to fix it by scooting a little further apart. So hopefully that will have done the trick. But hopefully we'll see as we are going into our match.
Let's go.
We are hopping into our match, starting off strong here with our young Link versus their Joker. A good start here. And because this is the first match, no taunts, we are heading right into it. So
we got small battlefield. Tell me a little bit about this stage and then also this matchup.
So, a really interesting thing about this stage is that this is actually, I believe, one of the only stages in the game that was not added in due to DLC, but was not here at the beginning of the game's launch. It is relatively similar to PS2, which is the usual starting stage in Pokemon Stadium 2, but is a bit smaller as well, having those battlefield slide platforms, which can be really interesting for a lot of things. We see here. Oh, sorry, you were saying.
Oh no, I was just saying I was interested because I typically don't see people start on small battlefield.
There are a lot of places where it is not a starting stage, but rather a stage you can counterpick to later. So Gleck is a little unique with that, and with Kalos in that regard. Now we can see here as well in this game, this Joker was playing very, very patiently and defensively to start off here. But the moment he got his Arsene meter, he has been on the gas trying to make the most out of this Arsene, which makes a lot of sense. So we'll have to see if he'll be able to...
Oh, not able to get the tech. Tough scenario there.
Quite. It is a Joker with Arsene is one of the strongest characters in the game by far. So you need to make the most amount of work possible. Oh, just barely missing that F smash to try to get through it. But if you can make enough progress, then it can help. But if Joker gets a second Arsene in the stock, it can really start to bring things downhill. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Another slight difference between the NECC and Gleck is we do have 4 players, 12 stocks. So always important to remind you guys of that. Jaden has been doing very well when the Joker has not been on Arsene. Oh, nice grab on the bomb there.
Yes.
That Arsene for Joker is so strong. Completely different character when he has it.
And while Arsene usually gets some meter from being hit, this Joker seems to be doing his best to play extremely evasively and just not get hit until they get Arsene. And now we're about to see an increase in aggression here immediately with the land spot dodge into that. Oh, tried to do what they could to get around that Joker. Unfortunately, was not quite enough and just barely missed the stage here. Very strong opening opponent here from Stony Brook. Very smart tether grab to just completely not have to worry about everything with that down air that's done so much work. Super close to killing here, especially with the format that we're in. Getting that stock
so long
is so important, so that's very nice to see. Now, if we can get another stock here, especially before Arsene pops out here, then it could be really big. But you can see the switch here, like flipping a switch, the difference in aggression between when there is Arsene and when there's not Arsene. So much of this gun capping and just getting nicked to try to get that Arsene meter out here.
Oh, and the counter doesn't quite do it. Good DI.
Yes, very good awareness, realizing what was about to happen there.
And also knowing that his arrows shoot up.
Oh, I don't think that's going to...
Oh.
Oh, just barely killed. So, with that, we will be leading into the next game with us having lost 3 stocks and them having lost 1. So now we got to figure out who they're going to send in to help deal with the Joker. Now, we do have a bit of Joker experience on our team, so we'll have to try to use that to the best of our advantage.
Yeah, what I was going to say is Young Link's arrows are really weird the way they knock back. At least I think it's weird how it shoots straight up. So him knowing that, able to DI to the side, living that one. Not quite able to DI the second one, though. So
unfortunately. It was very, very close, though. No doubt about it. If we can get these next 2 stocks out of the way without too much loss ourselves, they can very easily get back into the game. That's one of the advantages about having 4 people in this, is that even if one person may not be having a great day or just has some unfortunate events happen, it can be a bit easier just to pull yourself back into it.
Yeah. And I think we're already seeing that Stony Brook is a tougher opponent than our last, at least with their first player. Curious who we'll send in next. I know Alex has a lot of experience playing against Wes, our Joker.
Yes. Seems like that's not what we wanted to do. So I just realized they can't see it. Apparently we tried to go in for the rematch, but that's not exactly how this works.
Be like, I want to run the set. Nah.
Run it back. Run it back.
Jaden wants the run back. Which is, it's interesting because they're actually selecting right now, not us. So I don't know what's happening. Oh, thanks for the follow.
SBU Lucky. We appreciate the follow a lot. I'm going to say Smash Brothers Ultimate Lucky.
Oh, we got that bet going up right now as it looks like Gold Shroom's going in. Oh, another follow.
I'm going to guess Jin Tushu. It's either Jin Tushu or Jint Ushu, but I'm guessing it's Jin Tushu here. Would you mind? Would we be able to get the streamer mode off so they could comment, or not worry about? I don't know exactly how that thingamabob works, but.
Sorry, can you explain it?
That thing. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know exactly how a lot of things work.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how that works here. Much appreciated. Oh, I see a Deep Dish Sports as well. Much appreciated for the Go VU. I believe that is another person of my family right there, so that's very nice. And Fresh Pizza Guy. We have another pizza person to go with my Pizza Man 48. Much appreciated. The pizza people need to stick together here. So, with what is that, 4 followers already this stream? That is awesome to see. So, we appreciate you all, and we are working a little bit here in between matches to try to get things up and running. Disabled follower only mode and disabled slow mode. Oh, Dan Azura, thank you for the follow as well.
Jeez.
First time chat immediately. Not a fan of that Chinushu fellow. Free. Yes. Now everyone should be able to comment.
Everyone has to be on their best behavior, though, or immediately we're turning the shield mode back on.
Very much so. So, thank you for turning it off. And please, everybody. Yes.
Yeah, you guys are good.
Okay.
We had a League of Legends stream a couple weeks ago where we decided it might be better to have the shield on. But we trust our Smash fans for sure.
Yo, a Fresh Pizza Guy. And now we are getting into the match here.
Switch to the gameplay, of course.
Yes. We got it in front of us at all times, so it's very easy for us to forget about it.
Yes, it is.
But now we see us going into this next match. I have to agree with you, SBU there. Alrighty.
Yeah, SBU, yeah. He's probably right on that one.
Yep. Alrighty.
But getting into the match.
Yes, back into the match here. A very explosive start from both players. Already a much more aggressive playstyle from this Joker. than what we saw in previous matches, and that's probably to try and match the aggression coming out from this very, very aggressive Roy here. Mr. Goldstrom here trying to do some immediate work. So we will have to see on the work getting done here.
You know, I think with Roy's speed too, he's also able to kind of force his way in on Joker, where Young Link kind of just has the projectiles and the options that he's not really able to chase him down as well as Roy can.
Yes, and we see though that also with the damage that Roy does, they can take that Arsene meter off with much fewer hits.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry as much about countering projectiles back or something. Oh, good read from the Joker there on the roll to take the first stock there. So we'll have to see. Some work is going to need to be done here to try to take more stocks off this Joker. But they are doing some really good combo work here to get lots of damage. That is a quick 60% unanswered. Make that 70. But with Roy, all it takes is 1 or 2 good hits, and that can be it. Oh.
What? He had the tether grab dropped off, used a side B? That's crazy.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yes, very much so. So is the up B there to catch it, but that does bring back another Arsene for some immediate high damage. Unfortunately, dropping the shield just barely there, and a really good early up B to catch the Joker there. Unfortunately, is not enough to stop against that. So we are really looking for the 1 stock here. Plus that random guy that keeps. So I do believe, from the looks of it, that Dan Azura and Jin Tushu are actually from Stony Brook, from the looks of it, from the looks of the comments.
Hey, you know what? We're supportive of both teams here. Glad that
Yes.
we're able to provide a stream for fans and players of all schools to watch. We try our best not to be too biased, but of course, we're rooting for
Exactly.
Valpo at the same time. So.
Oh, duh. SBU is in Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's Stony Brook University.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened is we got Stony Brook in the bottom, but it was too big to fit up there. As we see this game closing out, able to get 1 stock, but loses 3rd there.
Alrighty. So, I do believe that is very unfortunate for Heisenberg.
What?
The earlier comment about Heisenberg. I do believe he has
Oh
lost
yeah,
$500.
Yeah. We'll take that $500 for sure.
I hope that we were on the other side of that bet.
Well, now I do. I don't know what we're allowed to say or not say regarding that on stream, so we'll go with
drop it there. So we are moving into the next match now. Very strong Joker player to start. So
down 10-6.
So thank you for the compliment there, Dan Azura.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. It is
Yeah. You know, we work hard on it. We staff these guys. We do our best. So we're glad that we're able to offer this for other teams to watch our streaming, especially because in the NECC, not all the teams we play have streams or are streaming that day. So happy to do it. But yeah, Stony Brook up to a 10-6 lead. Hoping that their Joker isn't the same skill level as all their other players, because if so, we're in for quite the set. They might need to get us back there playing.
Yeah, possibly. But we still have a couple really strong players left, so this match is far from over.
Well, and I think adjusting into game 2, not that game 1's over, but like thoughts for next game is maybe we put someone in who feels like they play well into Joker when that Joker comes out, which I know we have someone who is confident in that matchup.
Yes.
Who hasn't played yet, so.
I've seen matches go from getting 3-0'd to winning before and even further than that. So it does not always take that much to be able to change how it goes. So
yeah. You know, I was talking on Saturday when we were playing Bethel with Dan and Coach Jim that it's only, we're losing by 3 or 4 stocks, but it's really only like those 2-3 interactions that we lose that like cause the whole entire percent reset and just change the momentum in the set. So it's really only like when those 2 players are both at really high percent, like both trying to get that hit to secure the stock, and those like big moments can help a team win in a close set.
Exactly.
Getting back into it, though, we have our NECC captain, Fitz, with the Pac-Man.
Yes, very excited to see how this goes. Now, there's only one stock near that's need to be taken, so obviously the hope is that they'll be able to take the one stock without losing a stock himself. And we see the Pac-Man shimmy as the Joker goes down for their first stock.
Pac-Man looks so happy. He's just happy to be here. Oh, look!
Very much.
Little thumbs up and a wink.
Yes. And so immediately we see the beginning of the setup here from both of these characters. And immediately Pac-Man goes straight for the bell, which is a very strong projectile. And
I have a feeling, even though the Joker has one stock, we might have a long match happening here.
very possibly. This Joker loves to wait for Arsene to come on, and Pac-Man loves to wait and just get all the best fruit that they could ever want. So it makes sense. You see, I mean, if they're not going to approach, why would we? We are up 3 stocks to 1 in this match. And look at that. We have a % lead. For the Pac-Man could just run away for the rest of the match.
You know, watching these majors, I always see games like this happen every once in a while, but I hate to see it on our own stream.
You know what? Play lane, win games. That's how it works.
Joker has Arsene now, so hopefully we'll pick it up a little bit as Joker's starting to approach a lot more.
Yes. Immediately the double side B there. Ooh. Trying to get cheeky with the down air there to take the stock, but Fitz is not falling for it yet. A very good grab, and like that, Joker's lost Arsene. The hope is that Fitz can get the stock here before getting it back. A cheeky down smash to try and catch it, but not quite working. As we enter back into neutral.
Up a stock, you know the vibes. Have you seen that
yes.
Sonic's meme? Yeah.
Sonic's has never gotten better press than when that meme happened.
So for Valpo to feel, yeah.
That is really scary.
Yeah, that gun added the extra bounce. Valpo to be in a decent spot in this set, you're really going to want to take this stock without losing one. Nice spot dodge, avoiding the forward smash.
Alrighty, well, we're getting really close here. Fitz is going to want to take the stock here relatively quickly to avoid the second Arsene, because it's not going to be easy to avoid it. Slowly gets some meter over time, but ooh. See here. It's not going to take much longer. It is practically here now. That will do it. Oh. Almost immediately. The quick fall there without any options there. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll fix
yeah,
that.
we'll get it. Game's almost over.
Yep.
Pac-Man is Valpo, though.
Yes.
So
Just
both
so
very high
everyone
percent. Oh. The wrong hitbox on the downer.
Catches the neutral get up with the side B. What a risky move, but in that position, I don't blame him in the slightest, and it worked out. Holy cow.
We both like jumped up in our chair. So that was really important for Valpo to stay in this one. But good job by Fitz with the Pac-Man, able to take it without losing stock.
That is absolutely massive. That brings it down to only a 1-player difference, which is very doable. So that is really, really big. Yep. So with that, we are going to be moving into our next match. It'll be interesting to see who they send out to try to counter the Pac.
Yeah, so this is a matchup that not a lot of teams, I feel like, have experience with. So I'm curious to see who they send out. Stony Brook with that 3-stock lead. We have Pac-Man and then one more player. So
yes. So Pac-Man is not a super common character to see. So it'll be very interesting to see what their response to this is. That's one of the things. You can either pick a really good character, or you can pick a character that's maybe not quite as good, but a little less often seen. Sometimes that surprise factor is all you need. As a K-Rool player, I've seen that quite a bit. And we are up to 21 viewers. That is so awesome to see. Oh, apparently there's a self-proclaimed Pac Slayer. We'll have to see. Now here, carried by Terry. I was about to do a bet who the character was going to be. That to be the Pac Slayer.
I was gonna guess Terry actually. So
okay,
you would have lost that bet. Yeah.
Shotta. but we will see. We will see.
Yeah, we'll see if it's Terry, and we'll see how he does. I don't know how that matchup does. All I know is that Riddles decides to play Terry into Pac-Man instead of Kazuya. So I guess the matchup is at least good enough that it's better than playing Kazuya. And Kazuya's good in every matchup, so...
That is very true. The general campiness, I think it really boils down to the fact that Pac-Man, unless they're getting edge guards, can have a really hard time getting stocks before 100%.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what Terry needs to thrive. So it looks like Pac-God himself is going to have a lot of work ahead of him.
Ooh.
Going to Hollow
And it is
Bastion.
the Terry.
Yep. Makes sense. If he's considered himself a Pac Slayer, it makes sense.
Yeah, we'll see.
Indeed, we will. Now, with no stocks need to be lost, we can jump straight into it. We got a 9% lead. We should just... never mind. Alrighty. There have been a number of Terrys in the conference before, so perhaps we'll be able to use that experience that we've learned to be able to get a good amount of damage in here. But right now, it is a pretty strong lead from the Terry. Ooh.
I want to learn how to play Terry. He seems like a cool character.
There are a lot of shenanigans he has, and very many things that he can do. Oh, so close to being able to get that from Fitz there. Especially if you can get the inputs on that. It does a lot of damage and is very hard to punish.
The Terry off stage. Get the forward smash.
Absolutely huge. Gets the fruit. That is
and that's an edge guard.
Now, the question is, will we see up a stock know the vibes? Immediately, it looks like it. Oh, tries to immediately try to sneak an edge guard kill. Smart thinking.
Oh. Galaga helps with that good combo damage early game.
Yes. Now, the thing is that Terry can pretty easily get a kill here, so Fitz is going to have to play really patient to try to avoid all the stuff here, and that is one of those bit of shenanigans. The fact that at that percent down tilt still has that little knockback is quite crazy.
Yeah, I think his jab like pulls them back in for Terry's up B as well too. I think that's another kill confirm.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I've only watched Terry. I've never really played him.
He makes sense to play if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things just seem pretty fluid.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we have another opportunity for another edge guard. This is what we saw earlier. Now
that shield getting down to a skittle.
Yeah. And this is what we see when you get up to 100 with Terry. You have to play so smart to get around that. Oh, catches the air dodge with a heavy F smash. So we will have to see what's able to do here. Now, the other thing that makes Terry so scary is the fact that when they do that onto the shield, it can be so difficult to actually punish out a shield. You always think you can until suddenly you're getting hit with another one. Immediately tries to go off stage to get the hit there. Gets him off stage again. Those long legs on Terry, though. See, look at that.
Oh, he goes for the grab.
He tried to grab and had the spotting down for it, but it was still not able to quite get it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How many side Bs does this Terry want? The answer apparently is yes.
I think what's been really important in this match, too, is Pac-Man has been able to kill Terry before he's really been able to use that go mode. Is first stock able to edge guard him at like 80, 90. Second stock only got to use that go mode in one move and killed him right after 100.
Oh, used the apple to slow him down enough to get the hit on that. Really big. Gets a throw. This is a really big moment here. The Terry's going to take a
bell?
What? Super armors through the bell. Absolutely crazy. He's gonna have to be very careful here to avoid these power moves. Ooh.
Yeah, it reaches far.
Just barely gets clipped by it, as the Terry Slayer just barely is able to be scary and take that final stop.
He was scary. He did Slayer Pac-Man.
He did. Barely. It was just barely, but he did, and in the end, that's all that matters. But
yeah, 7 stocks to 3 though. Pretty comfortable lead for Stony Brook, but like you said, we still have a player left. So
yes.
No, game ain't over until we got 0 stocks. So.
Exactly. Now, out of curiosity, to the Stony Brook University players in chat, I think we remember seeing something about people that have gone to majors. I'm out of curiosity, what majors have you guys gone to, and how well have you done? How well have you done at those? It's always cool to see people that are able to make it to those and seeing how it goes and stuff like that, because majors just look like so much fun. So
top 8 at Evo.
Oh yeah, you know it's our current, our I guess our we have Quid. Oh, okay. And D-Dog. Gotcha. Those are two names that are decently recognizable. I've seen them around before, so that is quite something to see.
I'm not very familiar with those names, but I'm not super familiar with.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Quid won a major.
Jeez.
So we have cool. Okay. But we'll have to see that no matter how many major winners they have, how well they'll be able to do against us. We'll have to see here. As
Alex anchoring with the link. So we'll hop right back into the game.
And he has some work cut out for him, but I've seen crazier things happen.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, that's right. I remember. I believe Quid was a Pokemon trainer, I want to say, because I think I remember Quid Games was a rather well-spread meme among players. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we'll have to see now how this goes. I would say this matchup is decently favored. I wouldn't say decently favored, but I would say it's Link favored. It's close though, because Link can get some absurdly early kills, and if you can shut off the go meter, sometimes that's all you need. Smart get up options, getting out of there, and immediately getting him off stage. Link can edgeguard decently well too, so. Yep. A big punish there on that dash attack from the Terry. Yep, just rolling, getting out of there, getting back to center stage, and restarting neutral. Gets thrown out again. Good get up attack, but that does put the up B. Able to get him out of there. Now, if Terry's in the air, he cannot use his power moves, so.
Yep. Well, good patience there by Lane.
Yep. Not trying too hard to punish stuff, because that can sometimes get you killed just as much as not punishing can. Oh, a huge hit from there.
Not able to get back. Great edge guard.
Does kill. Getting Terry off stage and edge guarding him is one of the easiest ways to try to get those kills. So we'll have to see where this goes from here.
So yeah, great job by Link there.
Yes. Alex being able to pull home that game and bringing it to just a one-person difference.
Yep.
That's only 3 stocks. That's not the craziest thing ever.
Really need to hold on to all 3 there though to even have a chance at it.
So we will see how it goes here. Now the question to start it off, of course, is what stage and what person are they going to send in?
Yeah, what character are they throwing in as SPU? See if we got any intel here. We have no communication with them. We haven't been telling them.
Yeah, so the 2 of us at least have no communication. There's other players that have all the communication right now. So
I know Link is going in for us, so yeah, they have no clue.
Yeah, so we don't have the ability to change it.
Is this
from
your
here,
guys'
so.
Varsity team? I would assume maybe not. No, B team. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the B team. Yeah. I was wondering because I was gonna say if you guys have Quid and stuff like that, like that's pretty insane.
Yeah, this is our academy team. So.
Yes. If you wouldn't mind, I think actually reaching out for practice, some possible practices could be a.
Yeah, we'd be down to scrim sometime for sure.
If that'd be something you guys would be interested in. It looks like we are going back to Hollow Bastion here.
Getting back in.
A second. And a Little Mac.
Oh, that's
interesting
fun.
Start. Okay, so.
Little Mac, obviously, probably not good in this matchup, but do you have any insight into this matchup?
So, Little Mac can always do some amount of shenanigans. When you have decent frame data and as good as they have super armor and stuff like that, it can be really scary. It doesn't matter if you're the worst character of the game or not. If you're good at the game, you can still pull out some really impressive stuff here. So we'll have to see.
I know one of the best players in our local team plays Little Mac, so
Yes,
I've seen it work.
very much so. So we'll have to see what he's able to do here. And a really good shield there to prevent the down smash. But now you got to be really careful. That shield is a little low, and it doesn't take much to pop the shield. Or in the case of the KO punch, just go straight through it.
Oh.
Though just barely a miss there. So we'll have to see what they're able to do to try and a nice combo to get a little bit of damage in. But that's not going to be killing yet. So like we said, he's going to need to be able to get a decent amount of stocks taken while keeping his own. So we'll have to see how he's able to do it. Really smart. If all it takes is one moment of panicking against Little Mac, and that can sometimes be all she wrote. Super close there, but not quite it. Oh, just barely navigating out of that one. Trying to keep him far away with the projectiles and trying to avoid the burst options.
Oh, that
of
forward
Little
smash
Mac.
gets him.
Indeed it does. So, uses the blade beam to help do some damage. Now, how long will he be able to keep this blade beam? Because it's getting that blade beam is super nice. I think he could punish those dash attacks with up B, but I could be wrong. He punishes this one with the grab at least, so just barely misses though with the bomb. Just barely misses the time, but returning boomerang into up B is pretty nice.
Has KO punch online though.
But it does
Oh,
not
it
kill,
doesn't
which
kill.
is really huge. But we need to get the kill here, so let's see how he's able to do it. Just
Mac,
barely able to sneak by.
Doing a great job of recovering for sure.
You have to be. If you're playing
Yeah.
Mac, you have to be able to do as possible
Up
as you
throw.
possibly can.
Yep.
It does kill. With a bit of rage on there, that does help. Now, the thing is, with Little Mac, it's always possible to get 2 quick gimps on it, but it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Oh. Yep, if we see it, we've seen Alex here just getting the very little scenarios that if panic could some quick combos coming out there.
Up smash gets him though on the jump get up.
Yep. And we see that another KO punch is coming up, and that'll be happening soon. And as he parries that, nips him with that, just barely able to make it back.
There's the KO punch, and that's gonna do it.
What happened there? He like shrugged off the link up B. Maybe I missed something, but that was quite something. But that is only game 1 here, though, so that does not mean that this is over. We could very easily come back and win 2 more games after this. So it is all up to the marbles here.
All the marbles.
Going for all the marbles. I think I'm combining my phrases here a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. It's
Game
not
2's
bad.
not all the marbles. Game 3's all the marbles. We got maybe all of our marbles are in there right now.
Exactly. All of our marbles.
I never
are
played
current
marbles growing up.
Yeah, I don't think I really did either. I think I got like a set of marbles, and that was it.
You
They were neat,
know,
though.
you know that Squid Game scene where they're playing with the marbles? You know what I'm talking about?
I believe
You watch Squid Games?
I've seen clips. I've not actually sat and watched it through.
Yeah,
I should probably do that.
When they play marbles, so like we're kind of on our last marble, and if we lose our marble in the next marble game, then we lose.
Exactly.
But in Squid Games, you lose differently. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There we go.
Switch back up to 12 stocks as we are getting a fresh start in game 2 here.
Exactly. So we'll have to see who we send out here. I mean, we have some more knowledge now. If they perhaps start off with the Joker, for example, we know that perhaps counterpicking straight into the pack could be the way to go.
Yeah.
Or whoever we decide to start with here, especially with our wonderful guests in chat. I don't want to accidentally give away any information here too early.
Oh yeah,
So-
we gotta be careful.
Exactly. So, well, not that we're being super secretive. We just got to make sure we're not. We know they're going to be sending in their Ganon. Let's make sure we send in our Aegis against them. So nothing like that, you know. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, we got a few Kazuya's waiting in the bullpen. They're ready to go.
Oh yeah,
warming up.
we're ready to release the army. They will be Electric Wind Godfist to
We're
their
only playing
grave.
Kazuya in game 2. We have 4 Kazuyas.
Only Kazuya and Steve, right? Steve was only banned in Gleck, I think, right? Was it?
No,
was
it's banned in NECC.
It got banned in any. That's hilarious. That's so
It was
funny.
banned last year, and then I think it's no new rule. I think it was banned until further notice in there.
That's funny.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I don't know. I'm a Steve ban person, so. I don't want to. Nope, no, I don't want to talk about. Okay.
I'm just saying I'm unique. Like K-Rool's surprisingly not the worst against Steve.
Yeah.
So but for a lot of characters, no, it just shuts him down. So I do have to disagree with that free Steve in chat though.
Yeah, we're not getting into the debate. Go VU, yeah.
Hey!
First time chatter.
Look at that.
Appreciate it.
And with the name Julia M, I believe I also know who that is. So
The M maybe stand for Magnol.
perhaps. I agree. Everyone that's saying free Steve is a Steve player in disguise. Or they're out there as a Steve player, so.
I don't know many people who.
Isabel.
Oh, Isabel.
Isabel. I guess if you can pocket. Out of curiosity, can Isabel pocket Steve down there? Can he pocket the anvil?
I have no clue.
Oh, and we're going to Battlefield with Megalovania here. The immediate start off.
So we got Wes from Valpo piloting the pit, and Lucina from Stony Brook. Both players we haven't seen. Oh wait, have we seen the pit? No, we
haven't
haven't
seen
the
either
pit.
of them this time. So we were keeping the pit in the background here to try and keep them up and going. So, and immediately a pretty strong start here for the pit, starting off with 48 to 24. Never mind. Now let's see what. I just wasn't sure if it counted as a projectile for the sake of being pocketed, but maybe that understands why the Isabel wants the Steve player unbanned. But
good roll read getting that down smash. Getting back to neutral here. I think Lucina really enjoys this spacing and controlling center stage, as most characters do.
I believe the wording that was used by our pit player is that pit against sorties is a brawler character, and against brawler they're a sortie. So we'll have to see how he's able to brawl and combo his way in here. Unfortunately, with the side B timing on that, was not able to punish it. Now, this stage is also really interesting because on most other stages, the up B on Lucina is relatively punishable. But
gets the forward
just
smash.
Getting the timing on that, brutal. And thank you, Julia M, for the follow.
Julia M helping that stock loss sting a little bit less for Valpo.
Exactly. Much appreciated. Now, on Battlefield, though, when Lucina uppies, they can hop right onto the top platform, meaning that there's not nearly as much lag on there.
Yeah. Is that called a no impact land, or is that a melee term?
I don't know if there's a specific term for it, but
Okay.
a combo like that, there is impact on that landing. And immediately a bit of a combo string to start off with a quick 21% there. Up B into up B, looking like Proto Banham out here.
Another up B.
And you could tell that they tried to fast fall that one because they actually did not make it up to the top platform with that.
Yep. Why did Pitt have a voice line that sounded exactly like Banjo? Did you hear that one?
Yeah, I did have a bit of a gaha feeling. Good patience waiting out the up B there. So
Yeah.
many people would drop shield or try to do something, getting hit by the up B. Unfortunately, when you're in center stage like that, there's not much you can do to punish that.
That's crazy. I have never seen that.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing to try to learn how to deal with because it means that so many moves, because Lucina up B is so fast, and while it may not be the most powerful move, it can still do quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it adds up too, especially if it's not easily punishable.
Really good grab here. A single snipe. Oh, was not quite able to take it. A really good combo there. The falling neutral air into down smash, I mean. That's actually something that's really interesting here. Is that Pitt, despite being a not horrible character, I would say solid mid tier. Some people put him as high tier. I wouldn't quite say that, but not a lot of matchup experience. So you can get away with some different things like that maybe with a higher tier character you might not be able to. Of course, on top of that, it's just
The side B off the ledge getting punished that time, as we saw that work a couple times earlier. Lucian able to adapt to it though.
I
And Pitt also adapting to the up Bs.
yes, quite interesting here. I don't think he was looking for the sweet spot on that pit down air because that meant that Lucina could up B out of it.
Yep.
When
Yeah,
you
he
get
was looking for that one. Yeah.
Yep. A really good weight on the air dodge there. So many people are going to panic air dodge, try to get out of a pit combo, being as not true as they sometimes should be. But, oh, the Lucina was really smart and patient there because if you noticed, after that hit of the arrow, it turned them around, so they were still able to turn themselves around to not SD. But now we find ourselves back in neutral and we see the grab. Ooh, tried to catch another air dodge, but the Lucina seemed to learn their lesson after before. But these grabs are still putting in a bit of damage here.
Arrows are adding up quick too.
Ooh. 1 hit. 2 hit. 3 hit.
Oh.
And that is it.
So Lucina's jump got nabbed there, and I
Yep.
think she might have not been aware of that.
That's what it looked like to me.
And put in the jump, and the jump was not there, so that's why it looks like she fell didn't be there.
Yep. So with that, that starts us off, unlike in the previous match, with a lead up a stock. Really important here, though, because every stock we get from here before our pit falls is such a lead that can start to spiral out of control like we saw with the Joker.
Not to mention we get the character and the stage counter pick as well moving forward.
For sure.
So, first game's always really important to start that momentum, the counter picks, and just, we feel good. So, feel good.
Definitely. So we'll have to see where they decide to go here on this. So there's a lot of different stages, and we get 3 bands, and then they get to pick from there, I believe. So we should get one of the stage lists up here so that way we can take a look at it.
Yeah, we have 2 separate stage lists in our conference.
Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing.
We could get all the different stage lists and bands for all the different games,
Yeah.
tape them on the wall here behind the TV.
Is Yoshi's banned in both?
I believe Yoshi's is not
so.
a factor in either one.
I hate Yoshi's.
And I have to agree with that. That is a wonderful change. It's one less ban I have to do.
Yep.
I'm glad that we can agree on this.
Yep.
And it looks like we are heading to Final Destination.
Getting some Xenoblade bumping too.
Of course.
Gotta get the music counter pick.
And
Mewtwo.
Speaking of characters you don't see very often, Mewtwo is really interesting because they can do a lot of damage, but they're a bit of a glass cannon. Thank you. I would hate to have left that there.
Yep.
So,
I think Mewtwo's a really cool character.
yes, we don't see a whole lot of glass cannons. There are only a few of them that we have. So, seeing Hurricane Slash is this person's name. So immediately a start off here. Now, the interesting thing about Mewtwo as well is they have a tail hitbox that makes it a bit easier to combo off of. Now, I'm not sure how this matchup actually is, though. I'd have to imagine it's Pit favored. I would think that Pit would just outrange most of Mewtwo's moves, and having a reflector means that Shadow Ball is, while still definitely a concern, not as much of one. Same if you can reflect a Mewtwo side B. So, either way, you've got to be careful with the amount of damage that Mewtwo can push out. So, as we see here, getting a couple combos from each of them and a bit of damage here, we are looking at a pretty even game here. Is it low-key even? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty
that
low-key
makes sense.
even. Yep.
Ooh, just falling with that is so nice. Oh, save the jump. Very smart.
Able to get the grab punish.
Yep. Not able to get much off of it. So many Mewtwo's love to do that rising up air. It's something that if you've played them, you might be able to know, but if you haven't played them, which for as uncommon as they are, you might not have, you might not know. Tries to catch the jump there right away, and just barely not able to, though. Ooh,
Back air will do it.
Wonderfully spaced back air, and
Huge
that is
stock.
so huge. I believe our Pit player will completely agree with that comment on Pit's disjoints, so... Ooh, tries to go for the side B there. Not able to have it hit. Catches the jump with the up smash. lands the Shadow Claw, I believe, is the move there. So,
Fair.
yeah,
That's what I call it.
yeah.
Fair
If that's
into
not the
fair,
name,
though.
then that's what it should be. So, we see the Mewtwo trying to get that Shadow Claw here to try to either end the game or just continue to push away the pit. But the very defensive play here, just like with how Pit might not always be able to combo, neither can Mewtwo apparently off that side B, despite having landed it. It does also reflect, which is interesting enough. That is I guess technically teleport. Oh! That forward smash there, just barely able to catch.
But overall, good start by Wes. Able to get that extra credit stock.
Yes.
Taking 4 stocks. Anything above 3 is always a dub.
That is very big, and so that means that our next person's only going to have to take 2. Now, who on this team is going to have experience against a Mewtwo in particular? That is the question.
I don't know.
So I'm trying to think. The 2 Psychic type moves that Mewtwo has, we have Teleport, and I'm trying to think of what the other one specifically is. I'm guessing the side B is supposed to be Confusion. Those are my guesses. Or down B. Maybe down B is Confusion. That's it.
Down B is his like
The stun
confusion.
hits, yeah.
Like shoots out a little thing. It's like dun.
But either way, it leads to a very interesting dynamic here. So we'll have to see who they decide to send in next
So
here.
we're aware of the Joker, the Terry, and then was that the only? There's one more,
Terry,
right?
Joker, and then oh god, now why am I now blanking? Who they end with?
It's been a long day.
Oh, the Mac. Thank you.
Oh yes.
Duh.
How did I forget that?
Apparently we both did. I don't know. Maybe we just try to block Little Max from our memory. I don't know.
I love watching Little Mac.
No, it is fun. It is fun. Just always the most fun to play
Wait.
against.
Oh no, it's our player going in.
Well, yes. It's currently our player going in. That's okay. We're just focusing. We're focusing for after this, right?
Okay, yeah.
You know what? Given the player that they're sending in, I'm still not going to say. Well, I guess it's not like they can change the
Too late
player
now.
going in.
Yeah,
but I guess
too late.
it makes a sense for stage selection, I guess. Because maybe you'll change your stage selection based off if you know what character is coming
Get
in.
some
so.
Final Fantasy music on,
Ooh.
and
Good stuff.
so we got Roy on small battlefield against the Mewtwo with 2 stocks remaining.
Now, I think this is a pretty good choice here because Mewtwo being a glass cannon can die so early to
Yeah.
Roy and Roy's big hits. And especially on a smaller stage, there's not that much room for the Mewtwo to run, but obviously we'll just have to see how that goes.
Yep, absolutely. Just getting taunts coming
Alrighty.
through. Now we'll see if Mewtwo uses that neutral B a little more. Even those like small hits can really mess you up as they put you in hit stun for a moment.
Ooh,
As Pit has that reflect you know that can be scary.
yes. Ooh, and immediately just a slobber knocker of a fight here with both of them swinging so many big moves at each other. Ooh, the Mewtwo trying to get cheeky with that back air there, but able to avoid it. Oh, speaking of cheeky.
Oh, that was cheeky.
Now, as a K-Rool player, I have nared poor Goldshroom here 1.5 million times, and apparently not caught enough roll-ins, though. As I believe that is twice they have died to being caught on a roll-in there, but still, as long as they can...
Oh,
Pure commitment and will is what I just saw.
I love it.
Alrighty. And now we go back into neutral here, and ooh, if that was Sweet Spot, that might have just killed. One more big hit from Roy will be able to do it, but one Gimp from Mewtwo is all as it takes as well there.
I don't know
Went
why.
for the
went for it all.
huge 2-frame. Not able to hit there, but ooh, that Mewtwo was cooking up an F smash there.
Ooh, looking for that jump read.
Yes. Not able to catch it yet, though.
A lot of drop jump from the Mewtwo. See if we'll be able to punish that.
Oh! Wow,
wow.
what a beautiful hit there. Able to stall over the Shadow Ball with the first hit of the side B just to land with the other 2 and take the stock. And that was a super early kill, like we were saying before. It's just not something you can always be ready for. So now the question is, who are they going to send in against our Goldshroom here? And we see Mr. Goldshroom in chat, who, as we've seen before, is not actually the Mr. Goldshroom playing.
I don't know why I find him so funny. But yeah, nice. Great job by the Roy player, Mr. Goldstrom.
Yes, and maybe Heisenberg got that $500 back.
Yep, yep.
We'll have to see, though. I guess it will all really depend on this next match here.
Yeah, so able to maintain that 1-stock lead, even bringing it up to 2 stocks. So great job. Oh yeah,
Good to
he's
see it,
aware.
Heisenberg.
Yeah, he's back.
He is back
now.
He is back in, I believe, I see dollar signs, but I believe you're back at $0 total here with 1 loss and 1 win. So
He was pretty quiet there for a minute, but back to celebrate his boy.
You know what? If I lost $500 then gained it back, I'd be celebrating too.
Yeah.
You may be back at 0, but sometimes that's all you really need.
Roy's our boy.
Now, as we see as they go to counter pick, apparently to Woohoo
Ooh,
Islands.
Islands.
What a surprise pick here.
Can't say I
not
was
quite, not
expecting
quite.
that. As we'll actually be going to Smashville.
And it looks like we are
the
going
Terry.
to the Terry as well. We've seen the work that this Terry can do, so if we can snuff out this Terry with a couple stocks really quickly, that can be absolutely huge.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, to start off first though, the SD.
Get the taunts through,
Alrighty.
getting readied up.
Yep. Immediately 24% now.
Yeah, great
I'd say
start.
this is also not a horrible matchup here because a sword character against Terry is already not pretty good. But sword characters in general are one of the things that have stopped Terry on or have stopped Riddles from multiple occasions on making big wins. So on top of that, with a character like Roy that's already at kill percent, this is like the perfect set at Terry to have Terry at 99.6, just enough to not have
Perfect.
go percent. So with that, Terry does have go percent, but Terry is also on death's door. As they armor through the side B, holy crap! What in the world is this nonsense? I think that was attempting to go for a power move there, but not quite. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that kills?
Yes. You have to remember with the rage that Terry has, that is a
Yeah.
lot. Ooh, I believe IDBG, I believe as that's called, the instant turnaround back air. I think I had the name slightly off, but able to get that stock back off the jab there.
We see
Now
some
the-
banned Terrys in the chat. Nah, Terry's not that bad.
No. We'll have to see here. All we'll take is, oh!
Oh, wow.
Tried to get the punish on it, but unfortunately just ran a little too much there. But it's still not the end of the world. We were able to get 1 stock off, though.
Yep.
So that continues our lead of being up 1 stock, which is really big.
Maintaining a lead, doing a good job. Would you consider that a win or not?
That means that Mr. Goldstrom there has, in terms of stocks in this match, I believe gone completely even. And so that means that we had a slight win before, followed by an even. So I think that means we're still at a slight lead there. Would I have preferred to get another stock off there? Yes, of course. But with what we got, still pretty happy with it,
Yep.
without a doubt.
So Valpo going to their 3rd player here, as looks like we will get our Link coming in, who
Yes.
did pretty well against that Joker, able to clean up that stock. And then who else did he play against? The Terry?
I believe he played against the Terry before
Yeah.
as well. So a couple power moves, I think, tripped him up a little bit, but I think
Yeah.
that means now he's ready for it. I feel like that first game you play against Terry, you forget just how crazy those
Yeah.
power moves are, but especially after watching it power through the first hit of a Roy side B that would have killed,
Yeah.
that's pretty something. So,
You just got to think of it like Kazuya Rage Drive. Just like, don't even
Exactly.
think about forward smash. It's going to
No.
go through everything.
but here we go here with the match getting to the roughly, I would say, the half-point match of this second one here, of the second round of the crew battle here. Now, the Terry does need to lose one, and they do in a very efficient, quick manner. Alrighty, let's see what happens here. Immediately tries to go for a side B, but it's snuffed out by the boomerang. Ooh, a quick 31% coming out, just barely missing there. Ooh, the forward tilt able to do a number. Getting him off stage. We know that Link is looking for some shenanigans. If Alex can get the shenanigans, he will go for them. Ooh, able to just barely rise above. to get that back air, to get the Link off stage. But back in the neutral here. Did that neutral air just too early. Gets the grab for a bit more damage. And now he needs to recover again. Ooh, goes for the forward smash. Goes for it all there.
Oh, wow.
Link Nair can go through a lot. Unfortunately, Power Dunk is not one of them. Tries to go for the... If at first you don't succeed, do it again.
No, and we are all evened up in stocks now. Terry going into go mode, but Link has 0% here.
Yep, so we'll have to see how much he can... How much, I guess, while it's technically even, this is also kind of extra percent here as well. So, 140%. This needs to be taken, and soon. You've got to be careful here how much you use your projectiles as Link, because he can just power through some of them. Be careful how you drift down. He drifts out far and away to try to avoid it. Gets the grab, though. These are both pretty close. Uh-oh. That might kill. Link's decently heavy, thankfully, so from across the stage, that will not kill. But that is just one good hit away. Oh, goodness.
Oh, gets the up tilt.
Just
Gonna kill at
barely.
165.
That was really close, though. Good SDI, though, to avoid the power move there, so... We enter back in here. Just barely gets his toes clipped by the Terry here. And we are now pretty much as even can be here. A good 40% on the board, though, so...
Gets him off stage. Well,
catches him with the up B. That's pretty big. Tries to catch him with the... Ooh, slightly too late on the up B there to actually catch him. I think this is really going to fall down to, can we kill him quickly before these power moves start to overwhelm? Starting off by getting him into the air is a good way to start. Getting him... Oh! Oh. The late Link Nair able to do some work here. Oh, that might have just killed if it hits. Oh, so close. And you can't really blame him there for getting hit by that. I think that would have broke Shield. His only... He just had to hope that he could barely live and DI it, but unfortunately just not able to. As this Terry is able to come in and take it. And with that, we are on our last person here. But it's really close. So as long as whoever we send in next is able to get off this last stock without losing one, it'll be completely even going into this last match.
Refresh back to even. Don't even have to taunt, can just get straight into it.
Exactly.
As we can probably maybe guess that our Pac-Man's going in, as he did pretty well in game one.
It's possible, but we don't know for certain. So we'll have to wait and see. But we'll wait and see who they pick first and comment on it later. So, because we have stage bans here as well. So we'll have to see on what the bans are and what stage gets picked, as the ball is in our court to pick the stage. So we'll have to see how quickly. Now, the thing is here, we're apparently sending in our Pac-Man to fight their Pac-Slayer. But it was very close last time when it was the 3 stocks v 3 stocks. So I think last time our Pac-Man Fitz was able to get the first stock as well. So as long as you can do that here, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's one of the things that makes Terry so good at crew battles is you get to go percent and it helps you to win. And then if you do happen to win off your go moves, as we've seen, you're now back to 0%. You get a huge heal.
Yeah.
Terry's almost a lot of the DLC with Terry, Kazi, and stuff like that. I think honestly are practically made for crew battles like that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if their anchor is also their Joker, who played very well in game one.
Yes.
Who Fitz did a pretty good job against.
If he can get the stock here and go into the last match versus who we're guessing is the Joker, I think we are in for one heck of a match here to finish.
We have
off
seen
this.
a lot of new characters though in game 2, so I guess you never know.
Exactly. We see a lot of differences here, and that just means that we'll be on a interesting match 3 then, if that's what happens. But before that even starts, we'll have to see what happens here. And it looks like we are changing stages. Never mind. No, we're not.
Double checking.
Double checking. And
we are going to Town and City. Pac-Man versus Terry.
This is a scary stage, as both these characters can get decently quick kills off the side, but Terry can really get quick kills off the side, so Fitz is going to have to do his best to avoid those and do what he can. But We will see. We will see. First, we have 2 stocks to get lost here, so... There we go. There's something off the SD there. Ooh. A quick projectile lead to start this off, followed by the grab. Drop in the fire hydrant. Ooh. That side tilt able to break the fire hydrant after the little nick that was seen before. Tries to catch the tech roll in. Whoa. Just barely avoiding those side Bs.
Oh, that shield was so low.
Oh. Hoping to catch the up B there.
Gotta be real careful with that shield. Almost lucky to just get that shield poke instead of the break.
I would say so. The shield is still low as well. You see the strawberry coming out. Not the most commonly seen fruit. But every fruit from Pac-Man does have its use. Oh, got the. Oh, lands the back air to take the stock. Ooh, with that is something. Ooh. That very hard to punish dash attack, but Fitz is hopefully trying to look for the kill there using that bell. But this Terry is getting out of the way and quickly. Thankfully, the water messing it up. Sending all sorts of weird angles here. Really hoping to catch a read there with that forward smash, which would easily kill, I think, from anywhere on stage here. As the Terry tried to roll a read behind with that.
Pac-Man really looking to close out this stock here without losing another. As you know, going for a 3 stock is going to be very tough to do against a good team.
Yes. Ooh, goes for the up smash, but it's not able to kill on Town and City. Ooh, interesting. Into the down throw.
Doesn't
just barely able to survive there.
Yeah. Oh.
That grab is such a risky move at this, because if that misses, that's practically a kill. Really got to avoid the back air and the power moves here. That might be it.
Yeah,
not quite able to SDI out of that one. And with that, we are on our last life here. But not quite with any amount of rage that would have killed. But if the spell can hit, that was weird. Pac-Man has so many levels of shenanigans they can do. But Terry's trying to say that I can do shenanigans too.
Well, Terry definitely showing that Pac Slayer.
Yes, for sure.
Gets the back air.
With one jump call, this game is not yet over. It's 55% healed. That's not bad. So
Winnable.
It is winnable. All it takes is a couple wrong moves and a couple right moves on our half, and that can do it. Also, I just realized the inside of Pac-Man's mouth is really just a void, isn't it? There's nothing discernible there.
I wonder if his... I guess the stream can't see it. It almost looks like a black hole. I mean, where are all those dots going?
The real question is it's the same as his eyes. Does that mean his eyes are also linked to the same spatial entity, perhaps? Similar to the, alternate dimension in Kirby's stomach? Is that how that works? I think that's what it is.
I don't know the Kirby one. But what I do know is there was a new record in the Union Miss Pac-Man machine just this past week. Yeah.
Exciting.
I think that I actually beat it.
Did
yeah,
you?
It was me. There's a lot of rumors going around campus. It took me over an hour of straight gameplay to beat it.
Very
so I'm very
impressive.
proud of that.
Any details about this? Number of points or level that you got to in this regards?
It was like 1.2 million points. Yeah, so a lot. I'm pretty good at Pac-Man. So
it would seem.
Yeah. My parents are big into the arcade, so
there you go.
I was trained from a young age. So I went up there to grab an energy drink, grab some bite to eat, and
true gamer fashion.
Next thing you know, I found myself on the Pac-Man machine, and I'm there for an hour.
There you go. The Pac-Man grind. Perhaps that's all that Fitz needs to get his Pac-Man to top levels.
He needs to get back to his roots for sure.
So we will have to see here.
Oh.
And we actually see not
New
the Joker,
character.
but a Sephiroth, which versus the bit of stubbiness that Pac-Man can have can be quite good. But Pac-Man also has insane frame data that can quite easily stuff out the Sephiroth if he gets in. So either way, 2 stocks will have to be lost by Fitz here to start. Bonks his head, and that is the end.
We got Town and City here. Like we mentioned last match, kills pretty early off the side.
Which, honestly, when you're looking to try to make a... Instead of the normal taunt, we see teabags coming in from Sephiroth here. An interesting choice here. Now, when you're trying to get some early kills, ooh, doesn't even worry about the second jab there.
Yep.
Tries to get the second jab, oh, just barely misses it.
Now, does Pac-Man's up smash hitbox, if he's facing the other way, you think it hits?
Yes, it can scoop from
Scoops a little
behind.
bit? Okay.
Now that's what you have to be really careful of against
Yeah.
Sephiroth, especially on this stage. That one, nope.
Oh, yeah, yep.
He gets back up again. You ain't ever going to keep him down. The amount of people I've seen accidentally project themselves off of that trampoline, I think, is more than I've ever seen before. So that's really interesting.
A little pop-off and to forget you're still playing the game and get thrown off the ledge. Got to be careful.
Exactly.
You know, you usually see that with, a DI on a stage able to get a tech. Sephiroth already able to build up 90%. Not a great look, but does get the back air.
If there's any stage that you can make this kind of comeback on, this is probably the one to do it.
Yeah.
Now he's probably trying to make sure to get that trampoline beneath him. So now the Sephiroth's probably going to focus less on getting that down air, except maybe for damage, and probably going to try to focus more on getting the ledge traps.
Oh, yep. And the up
Like
smash
the up
will do
smash
it.
that covers everything and more. And with that, that was our last stock, getting it down to 0 and 2 stocks remaining. A very close match to finish off the second round here.
GG's.
GG's.
Good games to Stony Brook. Like we said, we knew it was going to be a competitive series going in.
Yes.
Definitely a lot closer than last week. And what are your thoughts on the series?
On this one in particular, or?
Yeah, this one.
Yes. I think it was a good show on the adaptation that we showed, because we were able to get the second match closer, I believe, than the first. So we were able to do quite a bit to try to get it much closer. And I think that if we ever happen to have a run back, I think it's doable for sure.
Yeah. Well,
And, or sorry, you were saying?
No, go ahead.
I say we can now kind of see where all those skills that they displayed have come from. Seeing the fact that they have really good players on their team that are recognized and have won majors across the U.S. Like, it makes sense when you have people like that to practice with. It's really going to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's really cool to see, and hopefully we'll be able to set up a time to maybe scrimmage. But it was a really good match, and I think it was really nice.
Yeah, it was great to watch. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and that'll do it for us tonight. GG's at Stony Brook as the Smash Academy team falls 2-0, and we'll be back, I think, this Saturday with some GLEC competition. So we'll see you guys then.
Alrighty, see ya.